In the 2020 Olympics, wrestling will not be included. In fact, they got rid of wrestling to make room for other sports. Now,
that's crazy. Just let's pause there for a second. Wrestling is maybe the oldest sport there is. I mean, two guys get together and they wrestle.
Right.
And I mean, Olympics, they throw the discus, they run somewhere, and they wrestle. Yeah. That's the Olympics. There's curling. That's the stupid broom thing in the Olympics. I know that's the Winter Olympics, but still, they're thinking of putting in e-games into the Olympics. They not yet. But
e-games?
Yeah, like World of Warcraft, Halo. That's insanity. This thing's like as old as man. Of course. And I'm not biased just because I'm Turkish and this is one of the few sports we're actually good at doing that to people. Okay, which is not necessarily something you should be proud of. Okay, but so I'm opposed to this, but I'm not half as opposed. Oh, geez, and Lord mercy. By the way, so pause right there. I wrestled in high school.
Did you do that?
That picture makes me question whether I should have. All right, now, but we get, which leads us to our point. The man who's a little bit more upset about this, with a slightly different take on it, is a Russian gentleman.
Yes, a Russian wrestling coach by the name of Vladimir, which is interesting in and of itself,
right?
Oh,
really? A Russian guy named Vladimir? I didn't see that coming.
It's so cliche, almost, right? So he's upset about this, understandably so, because he coaches wrestling, and he thinks that it's some sort of gay conspiracy. In fact, he says the following. He says, if they expel wrestling now, that means that gays will soon run the whole world.
I love this, because at first I thought he was an anti-wrestling guy who was saying wrestling was gay. I mean, put up the last picture we showed, right? But he's saying the reverse. He's saying that preventing this is a gay plot.
It's a blow to masculine origins.
Why would gay people want to prevent this?
All right, he continues to say, it is necessary for millions around the world who understand that this is a man's sport and who understand the need to continue the human race to go out and explain their position to the Olympic Committee. We should prove and explain that in any other case there is no future. Now, here's another conspiracy he has. He thinks the Olympic Committee is composed of gay people. And none of them are gay.
He's like, and it's a big gay conspiracy to stop men from dressing in incredibly tight tights.
I know.
And literally fondling each other as they grapple to the ground.
So let me jump in and talk about how homoerotic wrestling can be, if those pictures weren't enough for you. There's actually a move in wrestling referred to as the butt drag. Okay, have you heard of the butt drag? Did you do the butt drag?
You know, I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Okay, in the butt drag, you literally put your fingers in your competitor's ass.
Oh, no, I definitely did not do that. I would have remembered that.
In order to gain more leverage. Now, some of you might be saying, like, no, there's no way that's happened, but that's happened on several occasions, and in 2 occasions, high schoolers who attempted it got prosecuted for sexual assault and bullying. So one case, yes.
They're wrestling.
Before
the whole thing's sexual assault.
Before Anna continues, Jesus, let's see the butt drag video.
Oh, he's going, no, he's going front. Oh, yeah.
I love this old man. He's like, yeah. Is that a butt drag? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's in the pants. He's in the pants. But that's very common in Turkish oil wrestling. I'm being literal, by the way. So he's got a butt drag in there, right? Okay, so now here's the incredibly funny part. Turkish oil wrestling is the national sport. And they've done it for, as far back as anybody can remember. And it's supposed to, again, show you how manly you are, right? As they grease each other up and reach into each other's pants and wrestle until someone submits. Okay, so what wound up happening? Actually, gay people from across the world thought this is the greatest sport on earth and started coming to Turkish oil wrestling events. And the Turks got so offended that gays loved their national sport that they canceled it.
Jeez.
Is that right?
Yeah, they had a moratorium for years. They're like, well, if gay people are going to come to this, they think this is gay? They're like, oh, that's it. We're not doing it anymore. They canceled their national sport. Now, it's back now from what I understand, okay? But that's how homophobic the situation was. And this guy thinks, like, it's the gays who want to stop wrestling? Gays were going to Turkey for the first time to watch the wrestling. Yeah. Okay, it makes no sense.